Hi, welcome to Hadiya Movement Systems. My name is Shani Ojukwu Mantenso. You can call me Dr. Om. I will be guiding you through a seated strength session. So a 40-minute chair yoga session. We'll be here together. So you need a chair. Obviously. And so if you have something, even if it's not, a folding chair like this, just as long as it's something that holds you, with, stability and everything and doesn't have arms. And I'm also using my sticky mat because, we don't want to slip and slide, but it's not, entirely necessary. So, but if you have one, go ahead and place your sticky mat down and your chair, the front feet, the front legs halfway on it and halfway off. The back legs are off. And then just go ahead and find that seat. And we're going to attune together with this Tibetan singing bowl, just a little attunement to the space, to what we're doing together, to the sacred art of yoga. So sitting up nice and tall, and go ahead and let your whole spine rest against the back of the chair. So we're comfortable, we're calm, and we're also fully supported by the chair. So soften or close your eyes, sitting up nice and tall, letting the spine be long. So if you want to lower your chin just a little bit toward the chest to elongate that upper spine, that cervical spine. And we'll just be here for about 1 minute or so, quieting the mind, focusing on the breath, letting ourselves relax, find that inner peace, that inner sacred abiding, unifying mind, body, and spirit. And staying here and just taking that natural breath and letting the thoughts just come and go on their own without any judgment. What arises, what comes up for you, it's okay. And doing our best not to attach to any of the thoughts as well. Just noticing them, just observing them like clouds in the sky. They come into our field of vision and then they go out on their own like a breeze. Noticing the chest rise and fall with each inhalation and exhalation. We're just sitting here, noticing. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy, nothing efforted, nothing hard, nothing forced. Just taking note of what arises and just gently letting it go. Noticing that beautiful breath, that autonomic thing that just seems to happen. And we're just going to be aware of it. Slowly flicker the eyes, let them open if they weren't already. Let the arms release down by your sides. You can keep the eyes low and soft. And we'll start our asana, our movement. On your next inhale, let's raise the arms overhead, taking our gaze up with us to the ceiling. Nice long arms, nice long side bodies, lengthening to the ceiling, through the roof to the sky, all the way up to the stars and planet, lowering your right arm down. And raising the left and up and over. And you can hold on to the base of the chair if you like. For more stability, shoulders are down, neck is long. You can take your gaze under your arm up to the ceiling. Breathing in and breathing out. Good, and coming back up, bringing that right arm back up to meet the left. Lowering the left arm down, so nice and long. You can find the base of the chair, up and over to the left side now. Keeping both hips down on the chair. Looking under the arm, up to the ceiling. Nice long neck. Keeping that entire sacrum down, that bottom down on the chair. Good, coming back up and raising the left arm up to meet the right. Very nice, good. Let's bring the arms down to our thighs. Good, let's separate the feet just a little bit. And we're gonna scooch our bodies forward a little bit, and we're gonna take some modified cat-cows. So leaning over, placing the hands on the knees or the thighs. Elbows are out to give yourself enough space. Good, so we start with our cat, our scaredy cat marjarayasana. So we're gonna exhale. We're gonna start with our Bittalasana, yay. So we're gonna inhale, and we're gonna let the sacrum go back, the chest and chin come up. Good, now we're going to exhale into our marjarayasana. I'm sorry if I confused us a little bit. Now we're going to inhale our cow. Good, and we're going to exhale our cat. Let that chin come all the way to your chest. Curve the back, tuck the tail. Let's take a couple more. Inhale, Bittalasana. Bring that pelvis forward, chest and chin up. And exhale, let the back round. Good, and come to your neutral position here. Very nice, good. Let's place our right hand on our left knee or thigh, and we're gonna raise the left arm up. Good, very nice. Taking our gaze up to our thumb with us, up to the left thumb. Good, let's place that left hand on the back of the chair. Good, and as we lean forward, just a spiral, small spiral twist toward the back of the room. If you would like to take your gaze with you over that left shoulder, go ahead. If you'd like to deepen any further, you can let that right arm come on the outside of the left leg. Good. Sending those fingers toward the floor. Good. That palm is to the outside. If you wish, this is your practice. What feels good to you today in this moment? If you'd like to deepen even further, you can raise the left arm back up. Very nice. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Let that left hand come back down. The right arm slide back up. Come up to your neutral position facing the front. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. Very nice. So the left hand on the right thigh or knee. Go ahead and lean forward. Take that right arm up to the ceiling. Your gaze with you. Up to that thumb. Very nice. We're leaning forward. Go ahead and take that right hand behind you to the back of the chair. Good, you can look over your right shoulder now, if you wish. Deepening the posture if you would like to. Go ahead and let that left arm slide down the outside of the right leg. Palm is out. And if you wish to deepen even further, you can raise the right arm up. Wherever you are in the sequence is perfect today. It's your practice. Listen to your body. Keep breathing. Let your body lead the movement. And use the breath as that vehicle, as that messenger. Good. Let's lower the right arm back. Sit back up, unslide that arm. Good. Very nice. Beautiful, beautiful. Good. So we're going to take a series of warriors. So we're going to turn our bodies. I'm turning my body to the left. So you can either mirror me or do the same sides, that I'm saying to you. But we're going to do both sides of everything, so it doesn't matter which one you start with. Okay? So my body is facing the left side, and so that'll be the instruction, the cue. So if you're facing the other way, just listen for the other side. So my left arm is on the back of the chair. I'm sitting up nice and tall. Very good. So check out all 10 toes. Go ahead and pick them up and lower them down. Let's send the right leg back, and we're going to send it all the way back into our warrior one. So back, 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 back. And that heel is down, and so is the outside of that foot. So you're going to, probably want to effort a little bit to really, really plant that entire foot on the mat. Good. We're sitting up nice and tall, and we're going to begin with our warrior one. Okay? So let that right arm come down and let it come all the way up to the ceiling. Good. With our gaze up to the ceiling. And if this is enough, this is enough. If it was enough already with the arms down, that's perfect too. Right? It's called a practice for a reason, a yoga practice. If your arm is up, go ahead and leave it there and let the left arm come up to meet it. Good. Our arms are parallel to one another. Our fingers are wide. The bottoms of both feet are down on the mat. See how much of the mat surface you can feel on the bottoms of your feet. If you prefer, if this is a lot on the hip or the lower back, you can find your Pranayama. Always, always, anytime. So palms together, thumb at your sternum, heart center. Always leading with the heart wherever your arms are, or they're up here. Good. For 5. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to open up into warrior 2. So open your chest, open your hips toward me, and then open the arms. So same arm. That's the same foot is in front as that arm. So for me, it's my left arm in front, my right arm in back, parallel to the floor now. Shoulders are down. Good. Fingers are wide. My gaze is right over that middle finger. And really feel like you're being pulled in opposite directions with those arms, with those fingers. Feel like somebody's pulling. Right? And I say this often, that it's kind of like a metaphor for life, being pulled in opposite directions, right? But finding that center, right? That eye of the storm. Good. Shoulders are down, neck is long. Good. And we're breathing in and breathing out. Good. We're going to take Ardha Chandrasana, our half moon pose. Right, modified. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we're reaching forward, staying open. Good. So we're bringing the right arm up to the ceiling. The left arm is down, just touching those fingertips, letting the chair support you in your strength. So our bodies are all the way open toward me, our half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful, beautiful. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to come back up to our warrior 2, and just as a transition, and then we're going to take our high crescent pose, our high crescent moon. So we're going to Probably need to shift a little bit, but we're going to lower the knee and raise that back heel. And you can shift and adjust a little bit. Squaring off the hips to the front, and this is our front now, over that left foot. Raising both arms up to the ceiling. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Again, parallel arms. A lot of arms. I promise we're bringing them down soon. Right. We're breathing, letting the breath keep the mind calm, keep the mind centered. Nice low knee, back knee. Nice high back heel. Good, let's bring our arms down and we'll take a spiral from here. So both hands on the back of the chair. Pull in that navel all the way to the front of the spine. And we'll start to spiral toward what's now the back of the room is toward the left shoulder. And you may want to go a little bit deeper than maybe you did before. Good. When we were facing the front, you might want to go a little bit deeper. But listen to your body. And please honor what it's asking you to do and asking you what not to do. Breathing in and breathing out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's unspiral. Come back to center, all the way to center. And then we'll prepare to do the other side. Very nice. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, so let's turn to the other side. For me, it's the right side. So if you're facing the other way, just listen for the opposite side for hands and feet and arms and legs. So sit up nice and tall. We're holding on to the back of the chair with the right arm now, okay, for our balance, for our stability. Good, our feet are right under our knees, so check those out. You can raise them and separate them and place the toes back down. Good. Sitting up tall. So you always want your foundation strong and stable before you start any movements, right? Stability before mobility. Drawing in that navel, always engaging the abdomen. Go ahead and send the left leg back, all the way back like you did on the other side. Good, finding the bottom of that foot on the mat or beyond it, like mine is a little bit, but making sure as best you can, the bottom of the foot is down. Good, you're very welcome to stay right here. Again, remember for our warrior one, or you can bring your hands together, palms together at heart center, right? Or you can raise the arms overhead. And the fuller expression of the pose, taking the gaze up with you, your drishti. Arms are parallel to one another, palms are facing each other. Very good. Breathing in and breathing out. Good, staying with the pose, making subtle adjustments as you need, scanning the body, the bottoms of the feet, the abdomen, the hip. If it becomes too much, just bend that back knee, right? Whatever you need to do. Right, so there should be challenge, right? It's a challenging pose. It's called a warrior for a reason, but there should not be pain, ever. So move out of the pain, listen to the body, and stay out of the pain. We're going to open up into warrior 2 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's open the body toward me. Open the arms, front and back. So now my right arm is in front, my left arm is in back. Nice and long, drawing in that abdomen. Good. Remember feeling like you're being pulled, looking over the front middle finger. Strong arms, long neck. Very nice. Our beautiful, beautiful Virabhadrasana 2. Take those deep breaths in and out, ideally through the nose. If you would like to engage your Ujjayi breathing, feel the breath in the back of the throat, It might be audible to you. That's what we're looking for. Let's go into our Ardha Chandrasana, our half moon pose. Reaching forward. Those front fingertips come down. We open our body all the way to the side. Left fingers all the way up. Good. This is our half moon. Right, our first quarter and third quarter moon. I'm learning all the 8 phases of the moon. Trying to commit them to memory. Our first quarter and third quarter are our half moons between the new and the full. Reaching up to the ceiling. Sending those fingertips all the way up to the moon. Breathing in and breathing out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to find our warrior 2 again. Sitting up. Good. Sending that gaze over the fingertips again. Shoulders are down. Finding grace, finding ease, even in the challenge. That's what we practice on the mat, right? Is to keep that calm and keep that presence so that when we're off the mat and into the world, we can take it with us, right? Use our practice. So let's go ahead and go into our high crescent pose. So that back knee is going to come down and the back heel is going to come up. So let's scoot on the chair carefully and cleanly, pulling in that abdomen, sending the arms overhead. Very nice. Those fingers are right up to the ceiling. Again, the palms are facing each other. Shoulders are down. Chest is up. That heart, that anahata, that 4th chakra. That's our center chakra. The heart is always the center. Right between the 6, all 6 of them. So the 3 below, the 3 above. Good. Let's bring our palms together and come in. And let's take our hands to the back of the chair as we did on the other side, on that first side. So we're going to take our spiral toward the back of the room, over the right shoulder if you want to take your gaze with you. Listening to the body, responding to the body. Right, nurturing that communication. And so the body can trust you and trust that you won't go too far, you won't do too much. Right, it's the one body that we came in with and that's going to carry us through the rest of our lives. So we want to kind of be friends with it. We don't want to make it too mad. Good. And we're breathing. Sending the crown all the way up to the ceiling and on spiral, coming back to center. Very good. And just go ahead and sit here for a moment and find the back of the chair, the palms on the thighs or the knees. We're going to breathe here for a moment and then we're going to continue with our bigger movements. So when we breathe, we're going to inhale and we're going to raise the arms up in front of us and then we're going to lower the arms. Okay, so we'll just take 5 breaths and then we're going to do a standing pose using the chair. Okay, so on your inhale, let's raise the arms in front of us. Exhale, lower the arms down. 4 more. Inhale, raise the arms. Really expand those lungs. Exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, lower. You can soften or close the eyes. We have 2 more. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, lower. Inhale, raise the arms, find a smile on that beautiful face, that beautiful yoga face. And exhale, lower. Very nice, good. Good, very good. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and stand up. And if you're not quite ready, you can pause and then rejoin us. So we're going to take a modified dancer pose, okay? So I'm turning my chair around, but you can keep yours more sideways because you're looking at me through your screen. But I'm going to turn mine this way so you can see the side of my body, okay? So I want you to have the full support of the back of the chair, okay? And I'm standing a little bit of distance from it on my mat if you have one, just for, you know, the stickiness, just for the traction and the stability here. So check out your feet. Go ahead and raise your toes, separate them and lower them down. Stand up nice and tall. And so we're going to start by picking up that right foot, good, behind us, and seeing if you can find the top of the foot with the right hand, okay? So that might take some jiggling, some juggling or whatever, but as long as you're safe and stable with your chair, okay? Or your wall, wherever you are, okay? Good, so we're just here, right? So before we do anything else, let's make sure we're standing tall, our hips are square, and our knees are side by side. So that probably requires you to push back just a little bit. So the knees are next to each other. All right? Now this is plenty of expression of this pose right here. At any point, it can be enough. And if it was difficult to grab that foot, and if it is, you can bend the knee a little, the standing knee, and that'll bring you lower and closer, and that'll help you find the foot. So breathe here for a moment. If you want to play with balance just a tiny bit, just pick up that left hand from your chair, right? You can bring it to a half Pranayama, all right? But you know what to do if you come out of the pose, right? If you come out of the pose or anything, just find it again, okay? But looking forward and seeing if you can find, you know, a spot on the wall or something in front of you that's stable and still. That'll help you with balance, with centering. If you would like to go forward, continue with me. Go ahead and push that leg back, and it's really pressing the top of the foot into that hand, into the palm of the right hand. Good, just a little bit, and that's plenty. And then you can start leaning the chest forward just a little. This is plenty. Good. Our beautiful, beautiful dancer pose with little modifications. Right, but what is it modify, right? It's our own bodies. It's interpreted through our own bodies, right? And so it's always a modification, right? Making it our pose. There is no ideal. There is no perfection. There's always someone who can go farther, go deeper, right? Our practice. Breathing in and breathing out. And if you come out, please rejoin me. That's why we're staying in it for a little while. Keep breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to where you were. Good. And let's release that foot. Good. And let's shake those legs out a little bit. Okay? And then we're going to turn around and do the other side. Okay? So I'm going to grab my chair. But if your chair is fine where it is, please leave it. Okay? Good. Actually, all the way over here. Okay. So I have the full back of the chair. All right? So we're standing nice and tall. So go ahead and raise and separate those feet again, those toes again. Good. And then we're going to prepare for this side, okay? So let's go ahead and pick up that left leg behind us, okay? So find the hand however you can. Remember, you can bend the standing leg, reach and reach, whatever you need to do. And then we're going to secure our position. by rooting into the mat, squaring off the hips, standing nice and tall, and bringing that knee back, that left knee back to meet the right. Okay? Good. And staying here is perfectly fine, right? This is a beautiful, beautiful pre-dancer, right? Or dancer, right? Good. If you would like to go farther, you can extend that leg behind you, right? And coming back, actually, I gave us the opportunity to practice a little balance. On the other side, let's give ourselves the opportunity on this side. You can bring your thumb to heart center. You can just pick up the hands. Give yourself a second and half a second, right? And then we'll proceed with the leg, extending that left leg back. Good. And then that chest, nice and open. Let it lean forward just a little bit. Opening that heart. Right, finding the slight back bend in the pose. Good, our beautiful, beautiful dancer. Good. Very nice. Again, if you come out of it, it's okay, it's all okay. Just sequentially, calmly, patiently, and compassionately find it again. Find the pose again. I have my spot in front of me. I hope you have yours. It's very, very helpful. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to stand. Releasing the leg and shaking out a little bit. Good, so we're going to find our seated position again. So go ahead and find your chair. The front leg's on the mat, the back leg's off. Okay, very good. Good, so we're going to open the hips a little bit, okay? So go ahead and scooch yourself forward towards the front edge of the mat, of the chair, but carefully. So not too far forward that you tip, okay? So make sure you're stable before you pick up those hands, okay? So we're gonna open the hips a little bit. So let's pick up the right leg and just cross it at the left knee, right? So what I'm doing, right, if you have any knee issues or hip issues or anything, I'm holding on to this right knee. And I'm also holding on to my ankle as well, okay? Flex the foot, and that's very helpful to just keep the leg very active, okay? And that, that consciousness, that active positioning will help with biofeedback. So if there is something that your body is telling you, you're more likely to hear it. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, and let that knee relax. Good. So we're opening that hip, and we're breathing into it. And we're considering what else we can let go of. Is there more tension there that needs to be? Are we gripping? Are we pulling? Maybe it's something as simple as just the forehead or the jaw or the mouth. Or maybe it is the hip or the knee. There's always peace to be found. All we have to do is call on it, right? So let's take the pose a tiny bit deeper by leaning forward. So we sat in it for a while to open up the hips. So just come as forward as feels comfortable. The gaze will come down just a little bit. And we're leading with the head. We're leading with the crown of the head. So you don't need to curve like this. Keep the back, the spine nice and long. Breathing in and breathing out. Holding on to that knee and ankle. Keeping that foot actively flexed. And if there's joint pain, get that knee up. There's no pain. I'm not interested in hurting anybody. We're challenging ourselves, but we're not hurting ourselves. Only helping, only loving, only growing. meeting the challenge though with grace, right? With ease. Maybe even some joy. Yay! Sometimes I just smile because it makes me feel better, right? So even if I don't feel better, the smile that is kind of the symptom of feeling good can happen. So sometimes we go the opposite way. Go ahead and sit back up. Good, and let that foot come down to meet the left, and we'll do the same thing on the left side. Pick up that leg, hold on to that ankle, hold on to that knee, flex the foot. Good, and just sit here for a moment. Opening that hip. Good. Good, the spine is nice and long. Check out the base foot, making sure all 5 toes are pressed into, I almost said 10. I'm like, no, we only have 5 on each foot. Pressing those toes into the floor or the mat. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Very nice. Good. Now let's start to lean ourselves forward into our forward fold. Not too far. Your hip will tell you when to stop. Or maybe your knee, right? But any joint, stop when it says stop. Listen to your body. If we could just make that a mantra. Listen to my body. Listen to my body. Listen and do, right? Honor and respect. This body has carried us through so much. So much. More, for some people than others. Right? If it's been illness, if it's been injury, if it's been disease, if it's been, childbirth, if it's been, so many things. Right? Breathing in and breathing out. So we want to honor the body by listening to it and also challenging it, giving it the opportunity to grow. Right? Go ahead and sit back up. Very, very nice. And cross the leg. So go ahead and give yourself a little massage. We're going to conclude with just a breathing exercise. So give a little rub to the knees, to the hips, right? We asked a lot, the thighs. You've done a beautiful job. So I just want us to practice a little bit of conscious breathing. Pranayama, right? It's one of the limbs of yoga. So we're going to take a practice from Thich Nhat Hanh, the Vietnamese Zen Buddhist monk, of just calming breath, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale for 4 counts. We're going to hold for 2 and exhale for 4. Okay, so people talk a lot about breath work and everything, and just the Sanskrit word for that is pranayama. It is very important, very helpful, very useful to take control of the breath and do certain breathing exercises, and that's all this is. Okay, so rest the hands comfortably either in the lap, on your thighs, down by your side, whatever's comfortable for you at this time. And we're going to take our inhale for 4, hold for 2, and exhale for 4. We're going to do 5 rounds of that, and I'll keep track, okay? So when you're ready, we're going to try to do this together. So catch me when you're ready. You can soften or close the eyes. We're going to inhale, and 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, exhale, 1, 2, 3. Last time. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Find that natural breath. Go ahead and place your fingertips together right between the second and third chakras. Good. Integrating your practice, finding that relaxed, natural breath. And when I say integrate your practice, just bring it all home, right? Everything that you've done, every posture, every movement, every stretch. Good. Bring it all, gather it, and bring it on home. Home to the body. Just acknowledging all of your hard work, your effort, your attention, your time. Good. Bring the palms together at heart center. Lower the chin. Thank you so much for joining me, joining Hadiya Movement Systems for Seated Strength. My name is Dr. Shani Ojukwu Mantenso. You can call me Dr. Om. I'm so thankful for you. The light in me honors the light in you. Ashe and namaste.